Welcome to this explainer on Android 17, Google's massive new release from June 2026. Right off the bat, I need to tell you that what we're looking at today isn't just another routine software update. You know, the kind that just changes a few icons or moves a settings menu around. Actually, scratch that. It's not even an update. It's a fundamental evolution. Today, we're going to break down the major improvements that shift Android 17 from a standard operating system into an active, intelligent agent living right in your pocket. Here's our agenda for today. We'll start with a welcome to Android 17, then look at the new AI brain, move into adaptive design and multitasking, cover privacy, security, and performance, and finally wrap up with why this matters right now. Okay, let's jump straight into section 1, welcome to Android 17 and what we're calling the big shift. So Android 17 represents a true paradigm shift into what Google is calling an intelligence system. Think about what an operating system traditionally is, right? For the last 15 years, it's basically just been a passive grid of apps waiting for you to tap them. You have to provide all the input, all the navigation, all the context. An intelligence system, though, completely flips that script. It's focused on actively understanding what you need and proactively helping you get things done. It's literally the difference between handing someone a toolbox and handing them a highly capable, dedicated virtual assistant. Just imagine waking up and finding your phone has already cross-referenced your morning meeting with local traffic, preloaded the fastest route on your maps, and drafted a quick text to your boss saying you might be 5 minutes late. That kind of active anticipation, that's the core of this big shift.
Moving right along to section 2, the new AI brain and its deeper integration.
So one of the biggest themes in Android 17 is this incredibly deep AI integration. And at the absolute center of it all is a brand new feature called AppFunctions. This is a real game changer because it beautifully bridges the gap between your standalone apps and your phone's built-in AI, like Gemini. In the past, if you wanted to do something complex, you were stuck being the middleman. You'd open a restaurant app, find a spot, copy the address, close the app, open your messaging app, paste the address, and finally send it. It's exhausting just saying it. But now, apps can securely offer up their specific capabilities directly to the AI assistant. The AI just pulls the capability right to you, completely eliminating all that manual app hopping friction. And the process happens in 3 totally seamless steps. First, the AI grasps your intent just by listening to your natural request. Second, the AI goes and interacts directly with the necessary app, totally behind the scenes. And third, the task is completed and presented right back to you. Whether that's creating a detailed meeting note, booking a ride to the airport, or sending an encrypted message, the AI is doing all the heavy lifting. You don't have to lift a single finger or open 3 different apps to get one chore done. It transforms your device from a simple tool into a personal agent that actually works on your behalf. All right, so we've covered the brain. Let's look at section 3, adaptive design and multitasking, or what we can call the adaptive body. With this release, we're completely moving away from the old, rigid, phone-first mentality. Instead, Android 17 mandates an adaptive-first reality. And the reason for this is entirely driven by hardware. The lines between our devices are blurring so incredibly fast right now. We don't just have standard glass slabs anymore, do we? We've got phones that unfold into mini tablets, massive dedicated tablets, and devices that plug right into monitors to become full desktop replacements. Because hardware has evolved so rapidly, apps are now required to work fluidly across all these different form factors. The software has to adapt instantly and seamlessly to whatever physical shape you happen to be holding at any given second, so you never lose functionality just because you swap screens. Now, to capitalize on those adapting screens, Android 17 brings in 3 massive multitasking features. First up, we've got App Bubbles. This lets you turn almost any app into a floating bubble for super quick access while you're doing other things. Second, for everyone using tablets or foldables, there's a new Bubble Bar. It's specifically designed for large screen management of these floating apps. Think of it kind of like a dynamic taskbar. And finally, my personal favorite, interactive picture-in-picture. This means you could be on an absolutely crucial video call, keep the video window floating securely on your screen, and still access the mute or chat functions right there inside the window, all without ever having to leave the separate document you're currently reading or editing. It's full functionality, shrunk down, and hovering exactly where you need it. Ultimately, as our source material perfectly summarizes here, these changes make Android much better for productivity and multitasking across different devices. By letting you seamlessly tile, float, and manage multiple complex applications all at once, Android 17 completely transforms how you handle your workflow. It literally elevates your mobile devices from simple media consumption toys into uncompromising productivity powerhouses. Which brings us to Section 4, Privacy, Security, and Performance. Let's look at the Shield and the engine making all this possible. So you might be wondering, with an AI constantly working in the background and multiple apps floating all over your screen, isn't that a privacy nightmare? Well, the system now acts as a modernized privacy shield. We are completely stepping away from the old anxiety-inducing standard of permanent permissions. You know how it used to be, you gave an app access to your camera once and it just kept that access forever? Yeah, no more. Android 17 shifts heavily in favor of highly secure temporary access. This is especially true for sensitive data like your contacts and your photos. It gives you incredible peace of mind knowing rogue apps aren't constantly scanning your camera roll. The apps and the AI only see exactly what they need to see, exactly when they need to see it to complete a task, and not a single moment longer. And right behind that privacy shield is a seriously upgraded engine. To make sure all these active AI agents and multitasking bubbles don't bring your device to a grinding halt, Google has put stricter memory limits under the hood. They've also brought in smarter garbage collection. No, don't worry, garbage collection is just a nerdy technical term for how the operating system automatically finds and frees up memory that closed apps are no longer using. By making this process way smarter and a whole lot faster, the system achieves exceptional efficiency. This keeps your phone feeling incredibly snappy during heavy use, and honestly, it has a massive positive impact on preserving your all-day battery life. All right, let's wrap this up with Section 5, why this matters now, and the main takeaway. So who actually wins here? Well, the benefits are highly tangible across the whole ecosystem. For regular users, you're getting vastly better AI assistance that actually completes chores for you, paired with way smoother multitasking through those new interactive bubbles. It's a daily, super noticeable quality of life upgrade. But developers aren't left out in the cold either. They are getting much stronger dedicated software tools that let them easily build these adaptive, intelligent apps that hook right into the Gemini AI system. It's this awesome win-win dynamic that elevates what the entire platform can do. And here's the coolest part. This shift isn't some futuristic concept for 2030. It's happening right now. Supported Pixel devices are already getting this as an over-the-air update as we speak. Plus, this smarter, privacy-focused environment is the new standard baseline. Every new phone launching later this year is going to come with Android 17 straight out of the box. The era of the simple, passive smartphone, that's effectively over. The era of the true intelligence system has officially arrived. As we finish up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final thought, directly inspired by our source material. What do you think about the direction Android is heading? Are you excited to start handing over your daily, tedious tasks to these new AI features? And are you ready for this shift to true, proactive intelligence living right there in your pocket? It is an absolutely fascinating evolution, and I really hope this breakdown helped you understand exactly what is running under the glass of your very next device. Thanks so much for learning with me today.